Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday, a weekly series in which I do one card free readings from Tarot and Oracle. It has been a hot minute though, because life. Last week I posted about how I was going to have to postpone it and see you guys this week. And the reason being is if you can tell from behind, the whole space has changed. The whole space has changed. We had the last of our children move out, and so that allowed us to kind of push some things into other rooms and create a little bit more space for us to be in. And so I've got a new space, and now you guys can see all my plants really, really well. You guys can see what's going on back there, and you can see the paintings that aren't finished. I hope everybody has had a fantastic week. Let's see. We have Lori. Hey, Lori, how are you? Lydia, Sam, what's up? And Amanda, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I had a request come in over Facebook Messenger, so I'm going to go ahead and start that queue for the person that wants a card. Who else wants to be put in queue for tonight? I'm sure Lori. I got you, Lori. Lori, I hope you are well. How's things going for you guys? Lydia, Sam, and Amanda, I know you do. Oh my gosh, guys. So there's been a lot, like I said, a lot's been really, I've been super busy around here. Even though it seems as though the real estate market is kind of shifting, things are kind of slowing down. For my team, things aren't necessarily slowing down. So we're doing really well, which is great. But I am just like packed with stuff all the time. All the time. You know what? Over the last few weeks, we've been living. I know you are. I know you are. You know, that's the thing. The thing that I learned with my life, and it's just my life experience. You guys take it with what you want, right? But my life experience is the fact that it gets really tough. It gets really, really tough. But no matter how tough it has gotten, you figure it out. You figure it out. There's no other way but to figure it out, right? And you might not like the options presented to you in order to figure it out, but you're going to make it through one way or the other, right? Just, ugh. Rainbow, how are you? How are you? It's Derry. Derry, I, by the way, absolutely adore you. You are one of my favorites, especially on TikTok. I love your TikToks. I have been off of TikTok, though, for a while, and I will stay off of TikTok. Amanda. Yeah, Amanda, those are great news. Hey, Katie, how are you? I got you on the list already, kiddo. I got you on the list. All right. I have not chosen the cards. Let you guys decide what cards you want. It is, Derry, it is really too dramatic over there. And it's also just like, I don't know. I don't get paid from TikTok for what I've done, and I should have at this point. I should have, and I didn't. And I've spoken to them about that, and they will not fix the issue that there is. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take my videos elsewhere. And then the other issue is I've gotten really stinking busy. Really stinking busy. I can't even, like, I can sit down and play solitaire for like 10, 20 minutes at night. But that's about it. All right, card time. Let's pick the cards. And here's the other thing. Since I've fixed the room and since we're a little bit different, I can now do that. I can be like, hey, guys, let's pick the cards. It's the little things that make me happy, all right? So I have my Labyrinth cards. We have the Muerte cards. And we have our Dark Wood Tarot. So out of the tarot cards, Do you want the Labyrinth? Do you want the Darkwood? Or do you want the Morthes? Which one would you rather have? Amanda, TikTok is getting a really odd vibe to it. Very odd vibe. Labyrinth. I've got Labyrinth. I've got Darkwood, Labyrinth. So 2 for Labyrinth. Oh, now we've got a tie. We have a tie. 2 for Darkwood, 2 for Labyrinth. Oh, definitely Darkwood. Okay, we got 3 for Darkwood. Anybody else? Because right now, Darkwood is winning. 1, 2, 3. It is Darkwood. We are going with Darkwood. So let me grab it. I've got all my little tarot deck and stuff over here. Oh no! Hold on. Something from the top is falling down. And it shouldn't. This is one of my favorite pieces that my daughter created in high school. I'll show you. They were cutting and learning 3D images and art, and she made this, and I adore it. And if you were a student of mine, you know this because it was hanging in the office. And I had put it up there on top of my bookshelf, and it just came down. All right. We've got the Darkwood. We've got the Darkwood Tarot. This is one of my favorite tarot decks. The Labyrinth deck I haven't used enough to really say that it's one of my favorite decks, but I like the artwork on it a lot. My favorite deck to work with, though, has to be this one, the Darkwood. I love this deck. All right. Katie, you were up first because you messaged me on Facebook and you were like, hey, can I have a card? I said, yeah, you could have a card. I want the Lightseers one. I want that one. I also want the affirmations. There's one that is like the adult affirmation, so they're all curse words, you know. I just like it. I think it's funny. All right, Katie. Katie, you have a slight headache right here, like in your temple. Like there's just like I don't know, it almost feels like a stress pain. You have the 7 of Cups. Okay. Cups represents our emotions, right? So in this card, what I'm going to look for is I'm going to look at what's in the cups, specifically what's taking my attention first and foremost. And when I first looked at this cup, I saw a moon inside the cup, right? So I got to think about, what does a moon represent for you? What does the moon represent? And I think the moon for you specifically is representing a time in which, and this is a crescent moon, it's waxing to full. Okay, it's waxing to full. And so I think that's what you're doing right now. Like you're in an area of your life that seems not completely dark. It's not completely dark. There's light. It's not what it used to be. It's gotten better from what it used to be, but it's not where you want to go, right? It's not where you see yourself yet. And so emotionally, it can kind of feel a little chaotic. Like things are always kind of up in the air. Things are always swirling around. It's where your emotions are right now. You're just kind of in this place, right? What you need to know about this moment is the second thing that I see. And the second thing that I see is a snake. Now, a snake in this sense does not represent anything bad. The snake in this sense represents your knowledge. Snakes are seen to me as something that can give you knowledge. So you have this person that's kind of giving you some knowledge right now to get you to where you want to go. And you've not really been paying attention to that person. Pay attention to that person. The person that's giving you advice on where you need to go in life, they're telling you a truth that you need to hear in order to get to the place that you want to go. So, whatever advice is being given to you right now, listen to it. Don't necessarily do it as directly as it is given to you, but listen to it and take that knowledge and take that advice and actually apply it. Okay, Katie? That's your card. And I see Leah came in. What's up, Leah? Christy! Christine, how are you? How's your little one? She is the cutest, by the way. And the fact that she got up and ate ramen in the morning. In the morning? Whew, whew. But you know what? I eat hot wings in the morning, so it's fine. Happy Tuesday. Is everything going well for you, Leah? And do you guys want to be added to the queue as well? I am sure. All right, let's get Leah. I know, Christy, you and the Christmas tree cakes. Come on now. Oh, we have Leah, we have Christine and Christy. I am using my little chalk markers. What's up? Megan, what's up? How are you? There's Megan. Let's see what's going on. Leah, that's gross. You think that's gross? No. What I think is a travesty of justice that she does. All right. And Christy, I haven't told you this yet. All right. So listen. What I think is a travesty of justice that she does. She puts Reese's in the fridge. That's not cold. That's not cold food. That's not cold food. You eat at a room temperature. It's like, she's gonna just, tomorrow when I go into the office, she's gonna be like, really? You called out my Reese's? All right, let's go to the next. Lori, you are the next person. Let's grab the cards. I'm being too goofy. It's been a hot minute, so I've missed you guys. I am being silly because I missed you. I enjoy this a lot. But there's just been life, man. Like, life has just been crazy lately, right? Amanda, you do what? Skittles in the freezer? Little Debbie's in the freezer? What's up? Giamon, how are you? Yes, I could absolutely put you on the list. Oh, okay, but so my weird thing that I put in the freezer that most people are like, I will put grapes in the freezer, especially if I'm really sick to my stomach. If I'm very, very nauseated, I will ask for frozen grapes and I will put grapes in the freezer to help settle my stomach. Chrissy's like, I got backup. These things are good. All right. Lori, this card is your card. Lori, my ears are really muffled when I'm connecting to your energy. It's like I don't know, like maybe you have a head like a headset on. I don't know. It's just your hearing feels muffled. And you feel cold. You got the King of Wands, but you got it in shadow. Um, Wands to me is intelligence or knowledge. Wand to me, I think of, even if you've been in this, following this channel for a while and you've done tarot, like all my regulars know how I think about wands. Wands is this torch of knowledge. It lights up things for you. So when I see a wand come to the deck, then I know we're talking about some type of knowledge that has been illuminated for you or knowledge that is hidden from you. And since we got this in shadow, then I know that this knowledge is being hidden from you. And since it's the King of Wands, I'm going to actually say this is a male in your life keeping knowledge from you. There's something that a very close male knows, but is not telling you. It'll make you angry. If you know this, you're going to get angry. You're going to get told this anyways. It's been kept from you so that they would know how to tell you things, but you're going to be very angry, and they know that. And since you know that that's going to be your reaction, since you know that that's going to be your reaction, this gives you the opportunity to prepare for whatever that is. Whatever you think about, okay, what is this going to make me angry? What could somebody tell me that makes me angry? That could be a myriad of things, right? And you can come up with all the wrong things. When somebody says somebody's going to say something that's going to make you angry, then I have to think about my reaction. How do I handle my anger? Not necessarily how do I make sure that the anger is not there. But once I am angry, what do I do with the knowledge after that? Okay. So be prepared for some information you're not going to like. Okay. Reading what you guys wrote in there. I saw spicy gummies and I was like, what is going on in chat? What are we talking about? Spicy gummies. What is this? Lori, you have gone through enough, and that is, I hate giving you more stuff. There's just a lot of heaviness right now going on in your path, and it's going to be there for a hot minute. It's not going to move. So it feels like this moment in your path is more about some lessons that you haven't learned yet. Like these obstacles that are being placed in front of you were obstacles that you've already gone through, but now you're having to go through them again because you didn't get the lesson. And that happens to us. But that's what this feels like right now. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel happy. But if we can change our mindset with things like that, like, okay, this isn't great. This thing sucks. But what am I learning from it? What kind of person am I being transformed into because I've been put in this situation? If I can keep reminding myself that, then I do better in situations that just seem like it's just been months of bad news. Yeah, it does suck. Months of bad news, and it gets like tolling on your body. It's just, yeah. I wish I had better news for you. All right, Lydia, it is your turn. Lydia, what animal do you have on you? It feels it's like on, I want to say like on the bed. But there's an animal like near you enough to like you can just touch it. And what's the deal with the chicken? Why all of a sudden, like I said animal, and I'm thinking of your cats, right? I'm thinking you might have your cat up there, but all of a sudden I think chicken. So what's going on with your chicken? Do you still have chickens? Like what's going on with your chickens? Ah, that's it. See, I knew you had an animal on you. I was like, what's animal on you? But why are you thinking about your chickens? Or chickens in just general? Because I thought talking about an animal and immediately I see chicken. All right, you got justice, but you got it in shadow. And once it came out in shadow, the intuition side of me said words. So I'm supposed to see the words for you. Okay. Your words are considering yourself above people, places, and things, using your story to become a martyr, judging yourself harshly and shaming others to feel better about yourself, speaking ill of others and spreading malicious gossip. Judging yourself harshly is the words that I get, but this is something that's going to be a like a Lori card. You're not going to like this. All right. Um one, you are judging yourself harshly. You know this. We all do that. It's a thing, right? But recently you have judged somebody harshly. And I know you, so it's kind of weird to think that that's what you've done. But what it seems is that you owe somebody an apology. All right? It seems like you owe somebody an apology. You jumped to a conclusion. You jumped to a hard conclusion about what they thought. And as I'm saying this, part of it goes, yeah, because you got anxious about something. And so you jumped to a conclusion about a person, and that is totally wrong. Totally wrong. You need to apologize. And that's not a good thing. But there is something in that apology. Not just a lesson, but within that apology starts and opens up a door. And you need that door to be open. And when you judged that person, it closed it. You got to have that door open. Okay. So apologize to the person. It reopens up the door. And that door is a path that you need to take. Okay. Yeah. Cards are being woo. And everybody still want a card because these cards they're being a little hard tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, so what's this in what game? I don't know what game you're talking about, Lori. I want to know. All right. Next person, Sam. Like I said, Sam, you still want this? You still want the card? Because you never know. All right. Hold on. I just saw something come through. There. Hold on, Sam. There is something specific I need to see for you. And I can't find the guide to this one. Can't find the guide to this one, but I was very specifically just directed to pull this card for you. This is my fairy deck. And it's an oracle deck. But Sam, okay. I'm going to tell you this so that way if this makes sense to you first. Your energy. It's not a super negative energy. It's not a like super angry, but there is a frustration in your energy. And there's this like emotional block that you're putting up. That's what I'm feeling. And for whatever reason, this card needs to address that. All right. It needs to address that energy block that you're putting up. Like you are guarding yourself right now. All right. Okay. You've been eating your words. You've been not saying things because that's not the Sam I know. You've got the expression. All right. And expression basically says, unleashing your expression, unleashing yourself is very empowering, right? And so the fact that you've got this card, I feel like your power is being taken away. That's what it feels like. It feels like your power is being taken from you. And with that, you're frustrated. You're not sure what to do about this. The support system, I keep hearing support system. Support system isn't there. You are biting your tongue a lot. A lot. Okay? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay? Start saying exactly what you feel. Of course, in a very diplomatic way, because I feel like this is the big problem, is that there is something that you need to say, but you don't know how to say it diplomatically. It's going to come out very rude and harsh, and that would have a negative outcome. There's a negative consequence to you saying things, right? But they need to be said, right? So I would talk to whoever you trust and say, "Hey, this is what I need to say to this person. How do I diplomatically say that?" Right? And just kind of brainstorm some ideas on how to say something where somebody's not going to get their feelings hurt. Because you're right. You can't say what you want to say without this negative outcome. But if you say it in another way, the situation will change. Got it? Got it. All right. I see Laura. How are you? What's up? Lost for words. What's up? Do you guys want cards too? I will put you in. All right. So Laura, you don't want a card? That's cool. No problem. I'll just. Next, we have Amanda. Amanda, I am really glad to hear that things are starting to kind of turn around. Oh, you both want one. Okay. I was like, what's going on? I don't understand. All right. I got it, Laura. I'm slow. It's all right. Sometimes my brain does foggy things. All right, Amanda, I am really, really glad that things are starting to turn around for you. Let's see what your cards are saying is going to happen next. Well, not necessarily what happens next, but what do you need to know for that next step? That's it. What is it that she needs to know? I don't know why, but I'm seeing the color gold. Like I see gold and blue. Gold and blue for you. The world, and it is upside down. It is upside down. Yeah. Okay. So the things that I'm picking out from your card is there's certain elements within that card that give me some understanding of why your world is upside down. One, there's a fox. And what that tells me is that there has been some things that have outsmarted you. There are people that weren't honest. And so that kind of got you into this situation that you're in right now was the lack of honesty from others, right? Um your world is just upside down. We know this. We know that that's how it's been. So why are you getting this card? So I in the card, now I'll just show you what it is. Okay, there's the card. Um, there is a fox, there is a cat, there's a spider, and there's a salamander. All right. The fox is in the lower left-hand corner, right? And that kind of is why I said I'm believing this is a person that in the past manipulated the situation and manipulated you. And this is what it benefited them, but it's ended up you here, right? Um, the next thing that caught my eye was the cat, and the cat is at the right hand side, and it is going up a tree. Caution, always. I think sometimes you have gotten yourself stuck in a tree by going up there. I think the cat represents you, that there have been some moments that you've gotten stuck, right? You managed to get back down, but you've gotten stuck in a couple of moments. The spider, the spider is the web that is being woven for you right now. It's going to either catch the things that you don't want to catch, or it's going to catch the things that you want. All right. We're trying to right side your world. We're trying to turn your world right back up. Right. When we talk about what you can catch, negative or positive, that's up to you. When we're constantly looking behind us, I've said this time and time again, when we're constantly looking behind us, we're going to catch the negative things, right? So, what I would like for you to do is, I want you to start writing down the things that are positive in that day, the things that are positive for even the worst of changes that you've gone through. What was it? Because in those positive moments, that starts to catch more positivity for you. That's what this card is trying to lean towards. Is that in order to write your world, what are you catching in your web? And what you catch in your web is dependent on what you think. We create our own reality, you know? Does that make sense to you? Yeah. And I think we get bogged into all the things that didn't go right. And so we continue to be bogged into things that didn't go right. If we can change that mindset and see the things that are going well, then we're more than likely to catch the nice things in that web. And so that's what I look at when I see this. But your world is completely upside down. Completely upside down, and it's okay. It is completely okay. It's part of your cycle right now. And it is getting better. All right? Do it, Amanda. Do it. I am such a huge advocate on just journaling whatever you want. Like whatever you want. Now, not everybody can journal. That's why I think, having your cell phone, beautiful, because you can voice record yourself and you can even like get it transcribed into a document for you if you wanted. Everybody write something down about yourself. I tell you, you'll learn so much after a year. Okay. All right. Sam, I did put Zach in. All right. I did put Zach in, so we'll get Zach at the end. Okay. Derry, it is your turn. And I see Lost for Words and who's Jillian. Hi, Jillian. How are you doing? We've got some new people here. Awesome. Okay. Oh, yes. Christy gets to go on vacation. I'm excited. And then oh my goodness, I love that, Lost for Words. So is this your personal podcast? If so, like, drop the link so that way we can all listen to it. Come on now. Share the wealth. All right. Next is Derry. Derry, let's get you. Derry, this part of my head, like right above my right eye, like right above my eyebrow right here, it feels bruised. Does that make sense to you? That you feel bruised? And I'm being like guided to my collarbone up over here on the left side. Like there's something like either it's your shoulder or it's something in your collarbone, but there's an energy drain that comes from this, from both of those things. So when I tap into your energy, it's like where you are focused. You're focused in those places right now. And what is the fuzzy on your feet? What's fuzzy on your feet? Lost for words. I will find it. I will find it. We'll put it in there. Derry, you have like it's not a wall. It's not a wall. But it is just this energy field, right? And this energy field, it kind of looks like a revolving door to me, right? And there are certain times that that door will go through and I can peek in, and then there's other times where like the door just won't budge. So it's almost like you have a revolving protection, if that makes sense to you. You have the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords. And I'm being told words for you. There are words that you will understand in this. Okay? It was in shadow. So you have a question, Derry. Your question is, what are you trying to get away with? Is it easy to think we will not be held accountable for our actions, yet we put into the world always returns to us times 3? So I'm not necessarily a believer in the threefold rule, the threefold law. However, there is something that you're doing to yourself. You're putting a limitation on yourself, and that limitation is affecting the world around you. Does that make sense to you? Like there's certain limitations you have that nobody can do anything about. It's just the limitation that your life is, right? But there is a limitation that you've set. And with that limitation specifically is keeping others away. Now, if that's a boundary that's set for mental health reasons, keep that boundary. But that's not what this feels like. This feels like it's just more or less a, how do I put this? It's not a catty, I don't like them, but it is a, I don't want to be bothered with it. That makes sense. I don't want to be bothered with it. Again, if that's a boundary set for mental health reasons, cool, but it doesn't feel this way. Okay. So whatever that is, it feels like it's a reoccurring thing. Like you constantly set this up, and I almost want to say that in previous time, not this very specific time, but in previous times, things didn't go well. And so you have this boundary based on an old experience, but not with this particular place or person. So what are you doing? Why are you keeping them out? I think that's a shadow that you need to pursue. And I think that's what this card is giving you. Okay, Derry? All right. Next, we have Leah. Leah, by the way, I love that color on Christy's fingers, like on her nails. Oh my God, I love those. God, that's beautiful. I keep saying it. When I get a little bit more time, I'm going to have to go in and have you do my nails. It really is. It really is her color. And you wouldn't think, because most of the time, redheads don't typically wear red, but she wears it really well. Really well. Now, Leah, your energy feels it feels tired, but it feels tired like from a good day. Does that make sense to you? Like there is a good exhaustion. Sort of like the exhaustion that I used to feel after like the Lakeland Green event with my green team. Okay, so it makes sense. Yes. And I keep seeing a little one. I keep seeing a little one. I connect to your energy and I see like the smiling face of a little one. You see this card? You see it says Knight? Leah, who is he? Who did you meet? Who did you meet? This person's bringing you all kinds of it's bringing you all kinds of new knowledge. This person is. But this person is I don't know. Not necessarily someone that you would be attracted to, but you are getting these vibes from. You're definitely getting these vibes from this person, and it's not like I feel it, and it doesn't feel like it's a reciprocal thing, but it does feel like this. It feels like this cheesy used car salesman, like, hey, what's your sign? Like that's what it feels like. And they're feeding you a bunch of knowledge, right? And you're like, this is BS. This is BS. Okay. Yes, they are BS. But it's not all BS. There are moments in the conversations that are happening. I keep like this is what's so funny about this whole card right now is like immediately there is no interest, right? Immediately there is no interest at all. And it's almost as if it's become annoyingly funny. Annoyingly funny. Whatever this person is doing, they are like it's like a used car salesman. Like they want to flirt with you, right? And so they're giving you a bunch of knowledge in order for you to be impressed by them, right? So most of it is BS, but there is things in these conversations that benefit you. You need to listen to them. You need to be able to decipher what part of this is total BS and what part of this actually benefits networking. And that's what this is going for, is it's a networking thing. You need to hear this BS so that way you get in contact with somebody else. And it has nothing to do with romance, but this person is very, just kind of very flirtatious and like overbearing with it. So that makes any sense to you whatsoever, because it's a very funny feeling. It's a very funny feeling card. There's somebody that's flirting with you and it's just like, hey, baby. I don't know. Cheesy car salesman. That's what I got. Cheesy car salesman. Leah, I need to know who you've come in contact that is like that, because it's a very comical, like, sitcom character. It is because Leah is fire. Yeah, see, you know what, Leah? I do think that is for you. For you, for some reason, the time frame for my cards and my readings and you, it's always like 3 to 4 days. So I'll give you a card, and then in like 3 to 4 days, whatever the card said will come in. Whereas for everybody else, it's like a current thing. But for you, Leah, it's always 3 to 4 days off, it seems. All right. Next one, Christy. Are you ready for your card, ma'am? All right. And as soon as I'm connecting with your energy, Christy, I legitimately think of Tater. Like, I don't know why. Just, I think of Tater. And if Hank hears me, you know he's gonna. So my person's here. Ah, the Knight of Pentacles. All right, the Knight of Pentacles. And you also have words. Oh, so Tater is laying on your foot. That's why I thought of Tater. All right. All right. You have something specific in the words. Taking your time, thinking things through, slow and steady energy wins the race. Careful planning. Realism in the face of what is before you. Hard work and diligence, complete dedication to a task. Messages on the way. Okay. Your words are messages on the way, because when I pulled this card, I was thinking messenger, and I doubt myself on that one because of the fact that messenger should have been a page, right? But by looking and seeing those words bolded on this page, you have a piece of information that is heading towards you right now. And that piece of information is imperative to what we've been discussing with marketing. It's very specific in my head what it is. There is something that, not that we've missed, but there is a piece that we're about to get that's going to make things 10 times better. All right. So when that email comes through, can you hand it to me? Like, can you forward? Hey, Ace, what's up? What's up? I know you didn't get a queen this time. It's because this time it's a knight. And so since it is a knight, and for whatever reason tonight it does feel very specific, I'm going to look for a male that will be giving you this message. Okay. There is a male. No, Ace. Oh, you're sick. No. It is technically 4 minutes past the time of cutoff, but Ace, I will put you in, okay? Because I know you also don't get on here very often. All right. Christine, it is your turn. And every time I think of you, Christine, tonight, I see your little one in my head. I see your little one in my head every time. Christine. All right, Christine. Is she not feeling well tonight? Is your little one not feeling well tonight? Jillian, yes, I did not put you on there. I will absolutely. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. Christine, when you start with that, here's what happened was. So yeah, she's like front and center with this energy tonight. I'm going to pull your card. But yeah, she is front and center with your energy. And it's weird because there's times where you're on here and I don't think of your little one, but tonight it's like the moment I saw you on, it's like I think of her. So it makes me really, really think. Oh, so yeah, you're feeling it. Okay. Well, what you've got is the sun, and you got it in shadow, though. All right. And I would love to show you this card, but some of the cards on here are naked people, and so I don't show them in public. But you got the sun, and I need to share your words with you. Okay? Because I want to say there is a very specific question. That's what it feels like. It feels like I need to look at the question. Purposely sabotaging another's good fortune. And when I saw the another, it is you. You are sabotaging yourself, Christine. You've made a lot of progress with positivity and thinking and empowering yourself. You've made a lot of forward movement with that. And for whatever reason, it feels like you are taking a step back. It feels like there was a reflection made, and the reflection made you fear. And it's like when I say fear and I want to give it a label, it's like this fear of nothing, a fear of an unknown, like a thing that has not happened and is likely not to happen. But there is this fear of that thing. And so because of that fear, you tell yourself negative things. I'm the problem. Yeah, no, it is you're in your head. Yeah, you're in your head, and it's not that you're that's the thing that I'm talking about. Like, you can see where even in the way you responded to that just then, it was a blame, kind of like an accusation of your own self, like an indictment of yourself. And that's what this is talking about. This is what it's shedding the light on, is that instead of saying, "Yeah, I'm the problem," it's removing yourself from that situation and looking at it from a more like high level. Would you say those things to a friend? That kind of stuff, right? And it's stuff that we all know, and our brains still tell us really stupid stuff. Like, I had to be honest today with a lady that wants to hire me to be a model. Like, she wants me to model her clothing, right? And I was very upfront with her. She was like, "Hey, you haven't called me about modeling." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, because I got anxious about it. And I got anxious because I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought I wasn't model material. And then by that time, I finally decided that wasn't a thing and I could take that out of my head. It's been too long. And now I'm embarrassed that I didn't call you. Right. And so I'm telling her this, and she completely understood. But that's the kind of thing that we do to ourselves, right? We sabotage ourselves and sabotage any healing and happiness we can because we believe I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I was honest with her and I told her what all. So next week I have a modeling gig, guys. Next week, people. But that's the thing. I had to do the very hard thing. And the very hard thing is to be very real and honest. This was my issue, right? And I think this is what that card is saying is like, if you were to do that, if you were to flip and say, "Hey, I'm not going to sabotage myself. I'm going to see myself in the light that everybody else sees me in," right? You will have that happiness that almost feels like there's a fear of having in it. Yep, I have to do the same thing. Everybody plug your ears because I'm going to say a not so nice word. I have to tell myself that my brain is a lying bitch. You are doing amazing, and you've been taking so many good steps forward. So tonight, whatever got in your head, take that out because it's sabotaging yourself, all right? And it's sabotaging your movements. All right, Christine, and know that we all think the world of you. You're a good mom. You're a really good mom, okay? Megan! Megan, it's your turn, finally, right? We are going to go over tonight. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. All right. So we're going to go over a bit. If you guys have to leave, I totally get it. Normally it's just an hour. But I will get through the people right now. All right, Megan. Megan, is your foot itchy? Like your left foot? Like I feel like you're rubbing your foot. And when I tell you guys what physically I'm feeling, it's because that's where your attention is. And when I first kind of feel out for your energy, the first things I normally feel are the things that are physically taking your attention. And so once I say those things and I give you like, okay, yeah, I feel this, I know that I have connected to you. And that's, I know I'm going to pull the right card at that point. So when I say these things, it's kind of like, it's more of an evidence that I have the right energy. I'm pulling the card for the right energy. So yeah, your foot, it feels like you're rubbing your left foot over and over again, Megan. Ah, Megan, you got the Empress. The Empress is pretty cool. So you notice in this picture, she's pregnant. Now, that can literally mean you are going to have a baby. That can be the very literal meaning of this, right? But the Empress is also somebody that shows up when we're talking about creative energies, when we're talking about projects that we're creating, she shows up. So when we talk about being pregnant, we're not just talking about a baby. We're going to talk about being pregnant with thought. All right. And that's what I'm going to go with, even though there is a very back tickling that either you will be pregnant or are pregnant or someone you know is pregnant, like somebody very close to you. There's this tickling, and I'm not going to go with it for certain because I feel like that would be like, ah, but like somebody very close to you or you yourself. But we're going to talk about the pregnancy that you do have right now. There are thoughts, there are ideas that you are kind of nurturing. You have not released them to the world. Nobody knows about these ideas that you're holding in, right? But you are nurturing those ideas. You are mulling them over. You're researching and you're pulling things in and you're understanding this idea, and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger, and you're wondering, what do I do with this idea? You do what any mother does. And when it's time, you release that baby to the world, right? The idea that you're mulling over, it's got a few more months. It's got a few more months. Keep going with it, though. The thought that came to your mind of, is this going to be worth it? If you do enough work towards it, if you nurture this enough, you will create this idea, and this idea will be huge for you. All right. But you're going to need a little bit more incubation. Okay. It needs a little bit more time in the oven. Hope that makes sense for you, Megan. Jimon, are you still here? Are you still here? I know that you asked for a card. Let's get you. I know, lost for words. Overtime. What? Jillian, I do have you on the board. Thank you. I am so sorry I did not put you on the board first when you came in. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Jimon, all right, let's get you. Jimon, I am really warm. That's the physical thing. Like, here's the weird part when connecting to your energy. For some reason, it feels like out is cold, but right where you are is warm. And like, you're just warm. Like, too warm. Not warm where I'm comfortable, but like my ears are turning red kind of warm. Now, is that physically, like the heat wherever you are is too much, or is that, are you angry? You're wearing a coat. Okay. I was like, why are you warm? Like, why are you really warm? Okay. Instructed to pull 2 cards. I pulled the 6 of Pentacles, and I've pulled the 2 of Cups. Now, the 6 of Pentacles, the imagery is interesting for this. There is a figure that kind of looks like the devil in here, and they are giving money to 2 young girls. One of the girls is signing paperwork. All right. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. So first of all, I don't know why I've chosen to pull 2, but I did. The pentacles have to do with your money. I am trying to figure out through energy right now whether or not this was a deal that you have recently made. It was like an exchange, or this is a deal that you're about to make. But you made this deal because of an emotion. You got the 2 of Cups. Okay. The 2 of Cups. Your emotions are what's playing into this. Careful what you sign. Careful what you sign. Sometimes when our emotions get the better of us, I'm being also led to think that somebody's giving you urgency. Somebody's making you feel like you have to make a decision very quickly. Do you? Do you have to make this decision very quickly? Or are they putting urgency on you to kind of force your hand? Force your hand. So that way you're going to owe them something. So when I guess I'm saying contract, it's not a physical signing of a contract, but it is a contract. You are agreeing to something and are going to owe something. Make sure your emotions are in check, Jimon. All right? You don't agree to something when your emotions are very high. Sit back, calm down, take a breath, then make that decision. But your emotions are going to play into this. Okay? Laura, are you still around? You're welcome, Jimon. This also feels very personal, so that's why I'm kind of like, we're gonna cut it really short. This is a personal thing. Laura! All right. Are you anxious about something? Like I feel like a lump in my throat. Like nervousness. Worried about what I'm going to pull? Yeah, I feel like a nervousness, like a lump in my throat. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. So, imagery-wise, you see this, right? You have something coming up behind you. You have this darkness that is trying to catch up to you. All right? And when I say it like that, immediately what I think is an emotional darkness, a thing that just kind of creeps up on you from time to time, right? You, however, have done a lot of growth. You have also been growing. You have also been learning. And all of a sudden now, all those decisions that you've made to advance yourself, those have become your weapons. Those have become your tools to fend off the darkness, right? This darkness, though, isn't just like it's something that is cyclical and comes up like, people have seasonal, depression kind of thing. That's not that kind of thing. It's not a thing that happens over and over again. This thing is an event. Okay. The thing that's sneaking up behind you is an event. And that event will cause this trouble feeling, this sadness, this overwhelming, it's just overwhelming, period. This event's going to be very, very overwhelming. What you need to know and what you need to keep understanding about yourself once the event happens is that you have the tools, okay? You have the tools to get past this. But again, just like when I was telling Gmon, it has to do with regulating that stress and pulling the stress level down and going, okay, this is what I know and these are the tools I have to fix it. Just keep focused on your tools and you'll be fine. Okay, Laura? Okay. You understand then. All right. You're welcome. Lost for words. Lost for words. It's your turn. It's your turn, Lost for. That's what I feel. I feel like there's not like like Laura's where there's a lump in your throat, but it's like there's a scratchiness. Scratchiness. Like you've done a lot of talking today. Did you do a lot of talking today? Was today a recording day? You are not happy. You are not happy right now. You are not happy. This is an angry thing. Is it now, or is this a thing that's to come? Is this like, Leah, hold on. I'm talking to myself. I know I'm talking to myself. Let's try to work this out. There is a major emotional upset. You got the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is one of my favorite cards. Why? Because it's our cup runneth over. That we are emotionally well and things are going well, right? That to me is the Ten of Cups. But you have this in shadow, and that means that all your cups are spilled out. That emotionally things are not what they appear to be, right? What I'm trying to get at though is this immediately it's an angry feeling. Angry. It's not frustration, it's just straight up anger. I'm trying to get at, has that happened? And are we working through it? And I need to focus on, there's children in this. There's children involved. Is this a event that is about to happen? Now, I keep wanting to say this is an event that is current, but it doesn't feel finished. It doesn't feel finished. The anger is not a finished anger. Like there's still so much more. And there are little ones. And I'm trying to piece the understanding of why in this card there are two little ones. Okay. Does that make sense to you to have children involved in this? Just say yes or no for that one. I don't want any more, just yes or no. No. So it does not make sense why little ones would be involved in this. So why am I picked up on that? Immaturity. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Immaturity. Is this the immaturity that has angered you? There's a bravado that I feel coming off of somebody within your life. Like there's just like a fakeness, right? There's a fakeness. And I think that's where I'm feeling the immaturity from. There is someone that does not act their age, and maybe this is the reason why there's children in this card. It's a childish thing. It's a childish thing. Makes you angry. It's a childish thing. Okay. Why do I need to know about this? We're going to pull an oracle. Why, if this is an ongoing issue and they know it's an ongoing issue, why? Why do we have to have this card? What is going on? Love. Love is the base essence of our being, devoid of all pride and fear. Okay. Lost word, it's just weird. Like it's a very weird chaos kind of thing going in my head. I pull this card and immediately I feel lack of love. I feel lack of respect. I feel an immaturity. I feel like there is an expectation that was set and that expectation hasn't been met. Like there is just a lot of very personal feelings. Very personal feelings. And so that's where the anger is coming from, is this personal feeling. And I feel like all these things might have gotten thrown out as far as like you're being childish, that's immature, you don't respect me. Like those are the words that are coming out, right? This comes back to love. Why is it coming back to love? What does this represent to you? What does this not represent to you? Because this is the key to why you're angry. Got it. Figure out why love is that, because then you'll figure out why you're angry. Jillian, since your battery's running low, I will quickly get your card, okay? I'm so sorry it's taken so long. Lost for its love. All right, Jillian. Jillian, I see a big blue blanket, big blue, like fluffy fleece looking thing in my head. All right, Jillian, you got the Queen of Pentacles, but you got her in shadow. And the Queen of Pentacles is for you yourself. Yourself. Why are you the Queen of Pentacles? And why are you in shadow? Why are you in shadow? This ability to lead you astray with material possessions, being consumed with the cost of indulgence of any item and spending money for money's sake. The dark hole never is filled. Have you been doing some retail therapy? Retail therapy? Have you been telling yourself things will be better once I have X, Y, and Z? This card is to tell you that it doesn't get better just because you have X, Y, and Z. What makes it better is filling the void that you feel with X, Y, and Z. What is that void? Why is it there? Right? What the thing that really needs to happen isn't raising the bank account. Like you're not going to find happiness when you have more money. You're going to find happiness when you ask yourself the right questions to see yourself the way that you need to see yourself. Happiness isn't going to be found when you have all these things lined up. That's what I feel like. I feel like there's like all these little toys that are being lined up, Jillian. And all these little toys indicate like goal markers. Like if I once I get this, I'm good, and then I have to get this and I'm good. And then those things get here and you're not good, right? The life still happens. Life still happens. And you want to know if that's the path. No, that's not the path. No, that's not the person. All right? The path and the person right now are totally wrong. Cuz this has got to be filled with something else. So find out what this is. Why does this exist? Why is this hole here? Find the reason why that hole is there. But that's not the right person. That's like a loud thing right now. That is not the right person. That is not the right person, and that is not the right job, Jillian. I hope that makes sense to you, because it was a very crazy, loud, like really loud reading. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Hope that somewhat sheds light on something that you were wanting to know. That is not the right person. That just keeps saying it over and over and over and over again. That is not the right person. Okay. I'm glad it made sense to you. All right. Zach. Zach, it's your turn. Zach, I feel like I don't know, like you're like not like you're wheezing, not like wheezing at all, but like allergies. Like there's your allergies are bothering you. Because I feel like your like lungs, I just keep focusing in on your lungs for some reason. Zach, I think this is 2 weeks in a row that you got the judgment card. In different decks, you got judgment twice. So what is it in the words of judgment? What are in the words? Why? Why is this a thing? What are your words? See, in this card, there's a vampire. You've made a decision. You've gotten this twice in a row because you've made the decision, but you're not willing to face that decision, Zach. Zach, I think you aren't ready to face this. Like you're not ready to say it out loud, but the decision that was made is a good one. It benefits you. Whatever reasons you have behind not sharing that with people, those reasons are reasons that are I don't want to say are made up in your head because that just sounds really negative, but they're reasons that diminish who you are. And I needed to say it that way. I need for you to understand the word diminish. And I know you understand the word diminish. Repressing this decision diminishes who you are. It makes you dull. You don't get to shine as brightly because you're not living your truth. You got to live your truth, man. All right? You made the decision. Tell people about it and work towards it. All right? All right. Ace, it's your turn. It's your turn. Ace, I can't help it, but every time I say Ace, I think of the friendly hardware place. All right. Ace, you're right. You don't feel well. You're all achy. Your head hurts. You're all sweaty. All right. You have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands in shadow, but I have to show you the card because you'll find the card very cute. It's a mushroom with all the dragons. It's a mushroom with all the dragons. So stinking cute. But it was in shadow. All right. It was in shadow. So what are the dragons doing to the mushroom? The mushroom, they're just kind of searching the mushroom. They're looking at the mushroom, right? They're illuminating all the sides of the mushroom, right? But these dragons are upside down for you. And the mushroom is upside down. So we got to talk about what is a mushroom. Um And I'm not going to talk about what is a mushroom, because the moment I said we're going to talk about what is a mushroom, one voice in the back was, read her dang words. And they didn't say dang, okay? But it was a very strong voice that said, read her dang words. And it was that way. It was very adamant about it. So, who on your spirit team has a pretty strong hand and strong will? Because they're like, read her dang words. You have a question to answer. Are you swept away and affected by group thinking and reaction? Do you surrender to the power of anger when provoked? Anger provides false strength. It is possible for you to remain calm even in the face of adversity. Can you surrender to a situation? You have two big ones there to answer. Are you swept up in group thinking? And can you surrender to a situation? And that seems so weird to think of, right? Like, how can I not get caught up in group thinking and surrender at the same time, right? Hello, what? Right? And when we talk about surrendering to a situation, we're not talking about giving up in that situation and doing what everybody else wants to do, but we're taking ourselves away from it for a moment, and we're going to see the situation for what it is, right? And we're going to surrender to the growth of that situation, right? We're going to look at it and go, okay, I'm not going to go with the flow and have everybody tell me what I need to do. I'm going to look at the situation and I'm going to decide what I need to do. And I'm going to decide, what is this situation doing for me? All right. I'm going to surrender that. I'm going to surrender myself to the understanding that this situation is going to happen. I can't get away from it. So the situation's going to happen, but I am not going to react to the situation. I'm not going to give it that reaction. I am instead going to look at it as just a place of growth. All right. So your card really wants you. The little dragons are killing me, because the little dragons keep popping up in my image for you. And the little dragons are more like your consciences. Like, you've got 5 little voices always in your head. That's what it feels like. It's like you've got 5 little voices always in your head. And these 5 little voices are always kind of pushing and pulling, right? Ultimately, what do you need to do? Step back from every situation. I'm not going to react to that situation. I'm going to look at it as, what is it benefiting me to happen? The situation's going to happen. I have no control. How does that benefit me? And those little voices, those little dragons that you have, listen to only about half of them. Okay? Only listen to about half of them. That card is totally your vibe, Ace. Totally. Oh, yes, last words. It was great readings tonight. I appreciate everybody who has joined us tonight. We had a lot of people. It was cool. Look, like, I filled up a board. So you guys all did amazing coming in. Thank you very much for allowing me to read your cards. We're going to pull a quick oracle card for our guiding card for the week. As we always do, we always pull a card to see how we need to be for the next week. What do we need to know? What do we need to be on the lookout for? What's going on? Let's get a guide card. And the guide card is determination. Determination is a passion for pursuit, leading you on a path of personal achievement. Keep up that determination. We're all headed, and I can feel it. And if you are on any witch social media, most witches will tell you that within the last month, some things have changed energetically wise. And these changes are coming. And it feels like we're all about to get the thing that we've been truly manifesting. As long as we keep our determination. All right? All right, my lovelies. Thank you again. And until next week, be happy, be safe, and know that I love you. And I'll see you next Tuesday.